Miss, I'd like to see something in a pen.
Yes, sir. What do you have in mind? Are you looking for a fountain pen or ballpoint? Or perhaps one of the new plastic tip pens?
Well, I don't know exactly.
Well, here's a nice ballpoint. Sheaffer's Stylist Model 404.
Looks nice. What kind of finish is it? Stainless steel?
No, brushed chrome.
It doesn't have a button on top. How do you operate the point?
Before our sales lady gets through selling this man something, chances are he's going to ask lots of questions. And so that you'll have more of the answers, Sheaffer Pen Company has prepared this record. Now, don't worry. We're not going to bore you with lots of mechanical trivia. We're just going to try to pass along some basic information about pens that will make you a little more knowledgeable. And as knowledgeable salespeople seem to have a habit of making sales, you should be interested, right? So here we go. Let's start with ballpoints. Lots of people prefer ballpoints because they're convenient to use. Although there are many beautifully styled ballpoints on the market today, the demonstrable features of ballpoints just aren't as great as fountain pens. However, and pardon the commercial, Sheaffer does have an exclusive feature on its stylist line of ballpoints called the Safeguard Pocket Clip. Remember the man asking our girl how the point operated on the Stylist Model 404? Let's listen as she tells her customer.
The pocket clip operates it, sir. You just press the top of the clip. See? It's called a Safeguard Pocket Clip because you can't clip it to your pocket with the point extended.
Hey, it really works. I can see where you wouldn't get a messy shirt pocket with a ballpoint like this.
What else does our girl know about ballpoints? Well, for one thing, she knows that there are different qualities of refills. She knows, for instance, that if she tells her customer about the longer life of the point in a stainless steel refill, he'll very likely pay the extra charge. She also knows that unless her customer is looking only for a cheap ballpoint, she can show him some really beautiful styling. And she knows that even though he'll pay more for this styling, once he's shown style, he's going to find it hard to go the other way. Fountain pens? Many people prefer a fountain pen because of the writing characteristics of the point, and because some fountain pens offer a wide selection of points. On some of its fountain pen models, for instance, Sheaffer offers 7 different points. Simply unscrewing the point unit lets you insert a different one. Talking this feature up to your customer and showing him the different points you have can lead to some pretty good sales. What else should you know about fountain pens? You should know something about their filling mechanisms, for one thing. Our girl is now showing her customer various fountain pens. Let's listen in as she tells her customer about filling mechanisms.
Here's a lovely cartridge pen.
Cartridge?
It uses ink cartridges. Here, I'll show you.
Whatever happened to pens you used to fill from a bottle?
Oh, why, nothing. You can fill this pen from a bottle, too, with a converter.
A what?
A converter allows you to convert a cartridge-using pen into one that can be filled from a bottle, sir. Let me show you. Here. You insert the converter over the feeder tube of the pen, submerge the point into the ink, and then pull the plunger of the converter all the way out. Then you pump the plunger slowly several times. Push the plunger back in, screw the barrel back on, and you're ready to write. If you want to, you can remove the converter at any time and use a cartridge instead. Or, if you prefer still another filling system, there's a built-in unit. Here's Sheaffer's touchdown filling pen. See this mechanism? It fills on the downstroke. You just press down once and the ink is drawn into the unit.
They sure do give you a choice, don't they?
You can imagine how knowing your stock as this girl does can make your selling job a lot easier. And as fountain pens offer more demonstrable features than any other kind of writing instrument, get to know your fountain pens. Never hesitate to show top-quality merchandise either, unless your customer has made it plain that he wants to spend as little as possible. In the Sheaffer line, for instance, show him the Model 1250 Lifetime Fountain Pen. Although it's not the most expensive pen Sheaffer makes, it will enable you to show him the beauty of a top-quality fountain pen. The Lifetime pen has a 14-karat gold inlaid point, and the pen is guaranteed for life. And it can be personalized on the band with the customer's name free. He may not buy the Lifetime pen, but at $12.50, he just might. Oh, one last thing about fountain pens. When you mention that a point is 14-karat gold, and the customer asks if the gold is just for show, this should be your answer.
No, sir. The durability and resiliency of a 14-karat gold point are without equal.
The newest thing in writing today is the plastic tip pen. And you guessed it, our girl is well aware of it.
What kind of point is this?
It's a plastic tip, sir. It puts down a different kind of stroke. And with the Sheaffer's Stylist Glide Writer, you can replace the point when worn, and the points available for it are interchangeable.
She'll tell her customer more about this new kind of writing instrument. She'll tell him about the throwaway models that cost only 49 cents, and about refillable ones for $1. And, of course, about the more expensive ones, such as Sheaffer's Stylus Glide Writer that sells for $3.95. Incidentally, Sheaffer makes them all. Plastic tip pens are the current thing. People will be curious about them, so be sure to show them to your customers. Mechanical pencils? Many people still use them, and there are many beautifully styled mechanical pencils that should be shown, if only with reference to a matched set. And while we are on the subject of matched sets, be sure to show them. You'd be surprised at the extra sales you can make that way. Familiarize yourself with the sets you have in stock and the various combinations that are offered as sets. Twosomes, threesomes, Sheaffer even has a foursome, the 404 pen, ballpoint, pencil, and glide writer. Desk sets, here you've got a lot going for you. Talk up the materials used in the bases.
This has a base of imported onyx. Isn't it lovely? And remember our conversation about touchdown filling? This desk pen has it, plus a beautiful 14-karat gold inlaid point. And you can buy desk pens with cartridge, touchdown, or converter filling. You can also buy a ballpoint or mechanical pencil for your desk set. And Sheaffer has a nice socket feature, too. A socket that will swivel a full 360 degrees. Sheaffer also puts their desk sets in gift boxes that can be used as jewel boxes. Your wife would like that.
Before you begin to think there's something super about this girl, keep this in mind. It doesn't take a genius to know your stock. Every salesperson at one time or another has some slack time. Use it to learn your stock. The more you know about it, the more sales ammunition you're going to have. Sooner or later, a customer is going to ask you about engraving. Learn which items have a place to take engraving and what the procedure and charges will be, if any. It'll save you the time and trouble of running down your buyer or store manager to find out. A final thought. If a customer wants to pay as little as he can for an item, you'll know it. But if he's got an open mind on the subject, you've got a good chance of selling him up. How did our girl do? Let's find out.
Thank you, sir. Come back and see us.
Pardon me, miss. Do you handle finger painting sets?
I beg your pardon?
Well, there will be some questions that might still throw you. But if you get to know your stock and its features, you're going to sell a lot more merchandise. And the nice thing about selling more is that your paycheck gets bigger. And you wouldn't mind that, would you?